Hey guys, it's Jessica from Couture, and today I am playing with the August kit, the August Transfer Couture Club kit called Ice Cream Dreams and Daydreams, I believe, or Daydreams and Ice Cream. And I'm just showing you here that I went on the back of all the pieces. I already cut it up. I wrote back on the back of all of the transfers because remember, it is very important to label the correct side so you put it back onto the carrier sheet correctly. This is a multi-piece or multi-layer image, I should say. And right now all I am doing is just going in and laying down the ice cream cone, and I am going to take the sand Chalkology paste and use my squeegee, and I'm going to go ahead and slap that all over my transfer there. And then once I have it all on, I'm going to take the squeegee and make sure I cover the entire transfer, the image that's cut out at least. It's on a silk screen. Our Chalkology transfers, or the Couture transfers, are awesome. They're reusable for between 20 and 50 times. If you have not heard me say that 1,000 times already, you just have to make sure that you work quickly so that way the chalk paste doesn't dry on top of the transfer, because then it will be nearly impossible to get off. I also want to make mention that I am using the Square Chalk Couture magnetic chalkboard. I love this chalkboard because it came with wax because it is not pre-treated. So I actually did it the other night. I popped my wax on there and I let it sit for the 24 hours as it says to do, so that way it is all ready to go on my board. My board is primed. So anyway, right now all I am doing is coming in and taking off the transfer, and I'm going to let that dry. And I am going to get started on the Daydreams and Ice Cream. And right now I'm getting ready to take it off the transfer, so hopefully you can see this. I sure wish I knew how to speed this video up so you guys wouldn't have to watch it in slow time. But thankfully there are times where I did just stop and pause the video, not intentionally on purpose, but it just sort of happened. So I'm laying my transfer down, using my squeegee to flatten it out because it was a bigger transfer and I didn't want to have any bumps where the chalk paste would get under the transfer and then, make it look kind of wonky. So I'm using the white Chalkology paste, again putting it on my squeegee. This is actually just a squeegee I cut in half. Why I didn't think to use the big one on this, since this is a rather large transfer, I'm not entirely sure. Looking back, I guess they say what, hindsight's 20/20, right? So just rubbing the white Chalkology paste all over the transfer. I'm spreading it all over to make sure I get all of the pieces. What I was saying there is make sure you don't rest your arm in the ice cream cone bottom while it's drying, because you don't want it to smear and have to redo it all over again, and waste your Chalkology paste. Even though you do get way more than enough in a 2-ounce container. They're $8.95. They come in 39 colors, I believe, as of right now. They are awesome. I'm finding that I can use them on so many mediums, not just Couture chalkboards, but even kind of the, dare I say, the chintzy ones, because these ones are awesome, especially this one I'm using right here. It's magnetic, but you can use it on plastic, mirrors, glass, tiles, dry erase boards, wood. I'm trying to think what else I used it on. I think right now that's all I've done so far. Right there, I'm just kind of messing with the ice cream cone to make sure it is dry, because I am doing a layer piece on this. And hopefully, I know at one point my camera does go out, I guess because I wasn't talking, because I wanted this to be a silent video, and it just decided to stop on me. So hopefully you'll at least be able to see where I'm saying that you need to line it up. You can see it lines up perfectly there. And my ice cream cone was already dry. That is the key to this, guys. If your ice cream cone bottom is not dry, you need to wait. Learn patience here. Believe me, I did. Doing another project, I seriously learned patience. And I don't know why I was lifting that up, because it was perfect. but I'm going to go ahead and take the Canary Chalkology paste and do my first ice cream scoop layer. That is such a pretty color, it really is. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to take my squeegee once again, pop the color on there, make sure I get it all over the ice cream cone, and I'm taking care to make sure that I am not going off the transfer here, because sure, we can clean it up, but we're going to mess up our ice cream cone, and we don't want that to happen. We don't want to have to redo that. So you can see I'm going a little slower at the bottom because I want to make sure I'm not getting it on off the transfer and onto the cone. So that's what I'm doing right there. I'm smoothing it out. I'm wiping the excess off my squeegee into the Chalkology paste because we want to save our excess. Don't want to waste any of it. So that is what I am doing there. Just going to continue to wipe the color off my squeegee, and now I'm going to peel the transfer and silently cheering, yay! Looks great. I'm so excited about it. And all I'm doing is just dropping that right into the water. You don't see me do it, and I'm trying to go ahead and say, okay, dry piece, dry. I am obviously not putting those pieces down yet. As you can see, it is still wet. I'm just trying to size up which ones I want to do next. So that was kind of my thought process there. Thinking right here, I'm just deciding to let it dry. I'm going to pop it to the side, and I believe I'm going to come back to it. And maybe, yes, I'm going to put it to the side, and I think what I'm going to start doing here is showing you guys how I clean my transfers, because I figure while I'm letting it dry, I might as well do that. I have them sitting in some water. I'm just going to take a Lysol wipe and clean it off, because we want to make sure we get the excess off there. So that's all I'm doing right now. Just going to see me wipe it off, get it right back onto the transfer. Get the transfer, I'm sorry, right back onto the backer. Just making sure it's all dry here. And then I'm going to continue on and do it. Oh, that was Bub reaching in to say hello. And as you can see, it's nice and sticky again. My hands are getting stuck on it. That's when I realized the camera died. And I came back in to do it. Taking the next big piece here. Once again, cleaning it off. I realized I didn't have enough paper towel down, and it was getting on my table. And I'm just cleaning off the excess. And this right here was probably a bad idea because it was still wet, and I'm pushing hard to get this off onto a fresh paper towel. So I know I'm going to have some fiber, so I'm going to be cleaning that off. You'll be seeing that in just a minute. I really wish I knew how to speed these videos up. And sorry, I'm sitting outside doing this, so you might hear some cars in the background. Sorry about that. And that's where you see I was silently yelling at myself. Why did I do that? What was I thinking? But it was okay. I just took a Lysol wipe and took those little excess fibers off. No big deal. They came right off, and it didn't affect my stick whatsoever. It's great. Right there, was just making sure that I had the correct side of my my carrier sheet. Make sure that you have back going the correct way. You don't want to stick it down on the wrong side, because if you do, you run the chance of ruining your transfer. So don't do that. Now it's time for the next one to be cleaned. Just cleaning up the third part of this transfer, and I am Just anxiously awaiting those pieces to dry. While I'm waiting for these to dry, this is the time that you should take to go ahead and clean your transfers. So that's what you see me doing. Sorry guys, I really feel bad. I don't know how to go ahead and speed this up, but you're watching it in real time. That's fun, right? So now I'm bringing it back, testing it out, just making sure it is 100% dry. Realized I left the Chalkology paste open, so let me go ahead and close that up. And trying to buy more time to get this to dry. Obviously the camera died. Here I'm showing you that it was dry and I am good to place my second layer down. So yay! The next layer I made, I believe, oh, I can't remember the blue. I believe it was called Crystal Blue, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully I show it and I can see it. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I don't pay attention to that. Nope, obviously I'm not going to show it because I'm already opening it. But going ahead, getting the lid off. I try, if you have to pull hard, move it off away from the side of your projects. That way, if you have to pull hard and it goes someplace or it splatters, it doesn't go into your project and you have to clean it off because that won't be fun. So we've got that. Just giving it a good little mix because some of the color kind of looked a little funky, so I just mixed it up and it looked totally fine. You'll see I'm going to follow suit, do the same stuff. I'm smoothing the transfer out there. Just make sure I have no bubbles because once again, you don't want to have any bubbles go and where your transfer's not stuck down and the Chalkology paste gets underneath it because then it would look all wonky and you don't want that to happen. So I was also saying a small prayer that this goes nicely over the canary color. I was kind of having a little bit of doubt, but that's okay. I was smoothing it all out, getting my excess off the squeegee into the Chalkology paste and moving on. Once again, taking care to not get it off the transfer, especially at the bottom where you can't clean it off because then you'd be cleaning off your piece that just dried. So we don't want to do that, obviously. So just be careful around the edges. And I'm peeling this off. And it looks so cute. There's our second layer of our ice cream. I love it. Yep, I was giving you a thumbs up there because it turned out great. Hopefully I stop the video here and wait until... Perfect! I did! I'm showing you there that it is dry and we're ready to go ahead and get the next layer on. Woohoo! It looks great. How much fun. I'm just lining it up. It looks so cute. Making sure, and then I was thinking, I'm actually like second guessing this as I'm looking at it. I think I went a little too high because the ice cream doesn't usually sit like that on top of each other, but hey, what are you gonna do? It was my first time playing with this one and I was just so excited to play with it. Couldn't wait to get it all done. I can feel I know myself and I know I was rushing there to hurry up and get that squeegee cleaned. So I grabbed the bubblegum Chalkology paste and that is going to be my top layer and it is looking super cute. And once again, like I said, I'm taking care to move the Chalkology paste away from the project, off the side, and I'm starting to put it onto the top coat or the top level of the ice cream cone, and it's looking so cute. I can't wait to show you guys what it looks like at the end. You're gonna love it. So adorable. And all I'm doing is smoothing it out. Once again, taking care at the bottom. I don't want the Chalkology paste to run off the transfer at the bottom because then it could ruin my second layer. If it goes off the top, no big deal. We can clean it. There's nothing up there. We just want to make sure we don't run it off the transfer onto our second layer. Remember, take that excess Chalkology paste off your squeegee. Don't lose any. It's a hot commodity. And now I'm peeling the final layer off. And it looks so cute. Look at that. See, if you look at it, you can see I probably should have taken it down a little bit. But you know what? I love it. And I think it looks super cute. I'm so excited with the way it turned out, guys. I really hope you love it. If you'd like to purchase this, visit my website, which you can see in this video, jessica.chalkcouture.com. Bye!